Welcome to this very special broadcast that we are bringing to you as far as Bharat Mandapam and the AI Impact Summit is concerned, because India today is not just participating but is actually leading the world when it comes to artificial intelligence, and of course by organizing this summit, very clearly showing the pivotal role that India is going to play as far as artificial intelligence is concerned. In fact, in a short while from now, we'll be seeing the Prime Minister and other global leaders who are gathered at the Bharat Mandapam right behind me, where in fact we'll be seeing the session take place of the world leaders, where they will be speaking, talking about their vision as far as AI, how they see the roadmap ahead, and later, of course, top corporate faces as far as the world of AI are concerned are also going to be addressing this particular summit. So a very important day. This is where the entire summit that's been building up for the last several days is really going to peak with the top level officials from across the world who are going to be present here at the Bharat Mandapam. In fact, we've seen how there have been a number of events that have been held, various sessions that have been held across the world, the top corporates as well as countries participating in these proceedings. So very, very important session from that perspective. Let's take a listen into some of the statements that have been coming in.
According to the 2025 Government AI Readiness Index, India is in the top tier of nations for public sector adoption, driven by its world-leading digital public infrastructure.
So India does not just participate to global innovation. India leads it, from Silicon Valley to the Champs-Élysées, and from technology to culture. The question is no longer whether India innovates. The question is, who will innovate with India? And France is the unique clear answer. We are here, we want to be here with you, and we are not leaving. Jai-ho.
All right, Prime Minister Modi, along with French President and UN Secretary General, will be addressing that particular meeting. Later, they'll be taking a tour of the various stalls that have been put in place as far as the AI Impact exhibition is concerned, visiting the expo to look at all the very latest that the AI has to offer as a technology. And later at 5:30, there's a CEO's roundtable as well that the Prime Minister will be addressing. My colleague Pragya Kaushika is joining us live for more on this. Pragya, it's going to be very important. The Prime Minister, of course, as the host of this entire summit, will, of course, be playing a very crucial role at that leaders meeting this morning, and later this evening, his industry interface with the various CEOs is also scheduled. Pragya.
Absolutely, Madhav, when Prime Minister is going to host and welcome all of the world leaders that have descended, in India, and he will be welcoming them, and there will be family photograph of all the leaders as well before the summit. And in fact, Prime Minister then will be participating in the opening ceremony, and post that there will be an address by Prime Minister, and 10:25 is the time that we have been given officially. It becomes very crucial, and in fact this is a very significant moment as far as India is concerned. Prime Minister has spoken about AI. Prime Minister has also said that AI is the future, but we need it to be human-centric, Madhav. And in fact, this is the place where Prime Minister will set the agenda for India being leading, at least in the global south, on AI fronts. And Prime Minister has said that it is his vision that India becomes one of the three superpowers as far as AI is concerned. The fact that AI is largely seen as someone that is deepening the divide across the world, Madhav, Prime Minister believes that in India it is Sarvjan Hitay, Sarvjan Sukhay, and this is the onus that India will have. In fact, the onus that India has right now to make it human-centric, to ensure that it is for the good of the humanity. And this is what Prime Minister is going to delve on. India wants to write its own digital code, and not just the user of AI, but the creator of AI. And in fact, this is why Prime Minister will be meeting all the CEOs in the evening, saying that we need to boost the infrastructure of AI. In fact, last time when Prime Minister met CEOs of companies that works in AI, he said that he wants AI to work for the common man, for the easy life, and also the upgradation of the life of the common man. And this is exactly what he would be reviewing today as well at the CEO's roundtable meet, Madhav.
Absolutely. In fact, Pragya, stay with us because there's some more updates coming in. Former UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has praised India's AI push. He said not just the digital public infrastructure, but also the huge amount of talent pool that India enjoys is certainly going to keep it ahead as far as the race in AI is concerned. In fact, let's listen in to what Rishi Sunak had to say.
I think history. Well, I tell you, when I left office, someone gave me a copy of a book by a professor called Jeffrey Ding called Technology and Great Powers, and it looks at the history of these great technological revolutions and proves out the thesis that even if you're the country that didn't invent this great technology, you could be the country that benefited from it the most, stretching all the way back to the printing press. And I think actually India is recognized that leadership in technology doesn't just depend on inventing the technology, it's about how effectively you deploy it. And so by focusing on mass adoption here, I think obviously supported by a deep talent pool, strong digital public infrastructure, and a public which is very supportive of the technology, I think India is well positioned to be a leader in AI and actually demonstrate mass adoption and deployment in society. And I think actually that is reflected now in how other people view it. If you look at Stanford's rankings of global AI superpowers, India's moved into third place. And I think that demonstrates that this focus on adoption and deployment is working here. And I certainly think that that is a way that you are going to bring the most impact to the most people, by focusing on that side of things.
Let's go across to my colleague Rishabh, who's joining us live at the moment. Rishabh, very, very significant that we're looking at a time where global leaders are coming in to not just endorse India's AI summit, but also look at the pivotal role that India would have, not just in the form of already being one of the world leaders when it comes to technology, but also in taking this forward through data centers and through development of fresh technologies and applications when it comes to AI is concerned. Rishabh.
Well, definitely, Madhav. If we talk about the AI ecosystem that is being developed in India now, India wants to be the AI leader in the global south. And for the first time, this global AI summit is taking place in a global south country. And hence, India wants to take it forward with, their partners in global south. And it is being backed by global north as well. There are 26 European countries who are officially represented at this very summit. Leaders from France, Netherlands, Switzerland, Spain, UK and others are the top attendees. Prime Minister have held bilateral meetings since yesterday with many of these leaders. Few of them would be meeting Prime Minister today after the summit as well, and the bilaterals will continue tomorrow as well. But having said that, why is this summit very, very important? India is a country who does not want to, monopolize the AI. They want, and it is very clear that India wants to democratize it, and they want to take it forward, share the knowledge, and ensure that people come together to develop a safe, secure AI ecosystem. And that's the reason that where we are standing, the mantra is clear: people, planet, and progress. These are the three sutras that the Indian AI Summit is, concerned about, and they want to ensure that they want to take everyone further together. Remember, during G20 Summit as well, at this very venue, Madhav, India came up with the Vasudev Kutumbakam motto, where they wanted the world to be one family. At the AI push also, India wants to continue with that motto and wants everyone to work together for a better AI ecosystem, and that's something that is clear. That's the reason that we are seeing at least 13 country pavilions here at the venue, leaders from at least 96 countries at various levels being present here. 96 countries are officially represented at this venue as we are talking.
All right, stay with us, Pragya, as well as Rishabh. I want to toss across to my colleague Amita, who has past track records of different AI summits that have held internationally, and why this perhaps is seen the maximum amount in terms of delegate and industry as well as national and international participation. Over to you, Amita.
Absolutely, Madhav, because it's been not very long since this AI summit actually began. And as far as the presence of the Prime Minister here is concerned, we are looking at the India AI Impact Expo, where there will be business leaders and they will be going to pavilions to set up by various countries. And the scale at which we are looking at the participation of multiple countries in the delegation is something that you need to look out for. 2023, when it actually began at the Bletchley Park in UK, the attendance was merely 100. It was the first ever global summit on artificial intelligence that was held. Then in 2024 in Seoul, Korea, as far as the attendance is concerned, again 100. It picked up when it happened in France, in Paris in 2025. The attendance was about 1,000 plus. And 2026, New Delhi. Now look at the sheer difference there. 100,000 plus to 3 lakh plus. And this is where in New Delhi, we're looking at this mass participation. And that is the very reason why, Madhav, that this AI summit is going to be a massive one with the Prime Minister's address today. Of course, various top industry leaders will also be present.
All right, very, very significant that we're looking at the AI summit and, of course, the kind of impact that it's had, and in terms of really what we're looking at as far as the push, the endorsement coming in from various top global leaders is concerned. Very significant, Amita, there that you point out about the past track record as far as different AI summits are concerned and what we can expect when it comes to this particular AI summit. My colleagues Rishabh and Pragya continue to be with us. And in fact, if I can get a quick word with Rishabh. Rishabh, the entire push is to democratize AI, to take AI into a way that the global south really sees is important because its applications and the impact that it can be seen in terms of transforming lives and its potential is huge. Rishabh.
Well, definitely, Madhav, top-ranking officials who are in know-how of how the summit was created, how the summit is going on, and what the outcome of the summit would be, has confirmed to Times Now. And I'm just quoting from that conversation that we have had with such and multiple such officials, that India is likely to push for democratized AI. And after this AI summit, India wants AI to reach the places which it hasn't reached till now. The last mile connectivity of AI is something that India is pushing. India wants to go ahead and prioritize the AI affordability and access to people. India wants to be the leader of Global South and share the knowledge with the Global South countries as well. Many within the setup here in India believe that AI can be used for development, not only infrastructure development, but other development, healthcare, education, and other such forums could be addressed very well using AI. And for that, democratization of AI is very, very important. Furthermore, what we are given to understand that India wants to have multiple stakeholders when it comes to AI development, and wants to share this knowledge with not only Global South, but to also learn from the Global North, where people have advanced in AI, and bring that advancement to Global South. That is something that India is doing. And again, going back to India's G20 presidency, Madhav, back then African Union became the full-time member of G20. India wants countries in Africa which needs development to take AI as an advantage, and India wants to assist those countries as well. Assist is the operative word. India does not want to go there and press itself on them, but to assist them in their AI journey as well. So not only India, but India wants to ensure that population in various
because there has been a fair share of controversies as well, particularly one concerning a robo dog that was made in China, where the university Galgotias that had its spokesperson say, one of its academics say that it was in fact made by the university. That turned out to be a huge controversy. The university was asked to leave this particular conference, but here's what the professors of the university had to say in their defense.
We see this.
So this is Orion. You need to meet Orion, and this has been developed by the Center of Excellence at the Galgotias University. This has been developed by the Center of Excellence at the Galgotias University. हमने ये कभी क्लेम नहीं किया कि हमने कुछ मैन्युफैक्चर किया है जो हमने नहीं किया. One second. Let me complete. Sir, your 6 can be my 9.
Opposition leaders have slammed the AI summit as a PR spectacle. Listen to what they have to say.
एआई समिट में आपको एक चीनी रोबोट को अपना बताना पड़ रहा है। ये मुझे लगता है इससे बुरी परिस्थिति तो आजाद भारत में हमारे हिंदुस्तान की कभी नहीं हुई जितनी आज मोदी जी के राज में हो रही है। मोदी जी का चेहरा चमके, मोदी जी के अपने गाल बजा सके, मोदी जी का गुणगान और महिमा मंडन हो जाए, मोदी जी का बढ़िया फोटो शूट हो जाए, उसके अलावा कोई प्लानिंग नहीं थी।
You know, this is nothing new. After Bharatiya Janata Party came to power, day in and out, they have made us to bow our head in shame, doing all these gimmicks.
Very embarrassing also, not only for the China, what China has claimed, but the way they have conducted this whole show.
जहाँ पर किसी ने अगर कोई गलत किया है तो तुरंत उस पर एक्शन भी लिया गया है और जो बाकी दूसरे अच्छे सॉल्यूशंस हैं उनको भी देखना चाहिए.
The reason for the chaos is not because the organizers didn't organize the event properly. That the unprecedented number of footfalls, number of people who decided today to go and participate and be stakeholders in this conversation on AI exceeded everybody's expectation.
अगर भारत की वाहवाही हो रही है, विश्व पटल पर अगर भारत अग्रणी भूमिका निभा रहा है, तो राहुल गांधी चाहते हैं कि ये धब्बा लगाएं.
All right, we're going to slip into a very quick break now, but more news and updates will come. And in fact, the latest from the AI summit that we're going to be bringing for you from Pragati Maidan, right outside the Bharat Mandapam behind me, is only going to continue right here on Times Now. Keep watching.